smoker's breath. But when I heard about a smoker's mouthwash, I said, oh, sure. Then I heard it was from Topol, so I said, oh, sure.
New Topol Smoker's Mouthwash with Xantrate eliminates smoker's breath on contact. Tests prove it neutralizes the odor of sulfur compounds and protects against tobacco-stained breath for hours.
Look, who knows more about smokers' problems than Topol?
New Topol Smoker's Mouthwash eliminates smoker's breath on contact.
Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it. You feel confident, secure.
If you want to feel confident, raise your hand. If you want to feel secure, raise your hand. If you want protection that helps you feel dry all day, raise your hand and reach for sure.
Confident, confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand if you're sure.
Relive the magic of the World Professional Figure Skating Championships on a special NBC Sports World Encore next Saturday.
Here's the way it's gone today as Jay Randolph and Earl Anthony are getting set to sit along with you and watch this championship match. Devincent over Milton 210 to 190. Then Devincent with that 277 over Monticelli. And then he defeats Trump 234 to 219, and this crowd here gave Devincent and Troop a standing ovation.
I know, and you know, Guppy Troop's been a crowd favorite all week, but again, the scores are tremendous, and it looks like they're going to continue that way. The championship match should be exciting, should have good scores. Maybe that 300 game, that's what I'd like to see.
Well, the Skins game is coming up, and they'll be playing for a lot of money. Mr. Palmer, Mr. Nicholas, Tom Watson, and Fuzzy Zeller, and I'm reminded, of course, we're in Jack Nicklaus's hometown. He grew up at Scioto Country Club, where they're going to have the U.S. seniors this year, and also is a great friend of a gentleman I do want to mention, Kay Kessler. Kay, who has been a sports writer here for more than 40 years and covered the likes of Jack Nicklaus and Woody Hayes and Bobby Knight and all the others. Kay is leaving to become the media director of a great international tournament out in Denver, Colorado, and he's going to be missed in the Columbus area, one of the great guys in sports writing. I know that we really look forward to this match with the conditions, with the talent here, and Baker, he's had a couple opportunities to win, and again he has a shot here today, but Devincent is storming, you might say. I mean, he really has been on a roll.
He has. He's been bowling really well. He's made the good adjustments when he had to. Now Tom Baker has to shut him down, and it's hard to do when a player's that hot.
Before we get to the uninterrupted championship match between these two, let's remind you about our football tomorrow. Many of you will see that Cleveland Browns New York Giants game. Denver is at Pittsburgh, Houston at Cincinnati. I'll be there tomorrow along with Jimmy Cefalo. New England is at Indianapolis. NFL 85 will kick off at 12:30 Eastern Time with Bob Costas and Axe and Ahmad and all the crew. And then our late games tomorrow have Kansas City at Seattle. The Raiders are playing in Atlanta, and Buffalo is at San Diego. So check your local stations and the newspapers in your area to see the games that you'll have an opportunity to look in on. And next week, of course, our NBC coverage of the PBA Fall Tour will conclude with the $125,000 Touring Players Championship. We'll be on the air at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 Central, and 12:30 Pacific. Hope you'll join us. Now, we go to the championship match. Uninterrupted, $27,000 first prize. Fifth qualifier, Storm Devincent against Tom Baker, and Devincent will start it off. He has averaged 240.3 in his 3 matches today. And Earl, you thought we'd have this kind of scoring. A little short. And
didn't quite get it back. Again, this is the most difficult spare on the lane for the players, the guys that hook a ball a lot, because the ball catches that track area and it'll jump in front of it or it'll go behind it because it doesn't quite get it soon enough. Let's see how Storm handles it. Now this is the pressure. Championship match. He's never won before. You can see him taking those deep breaths. Tom Baker has won 5 times. He's been here before.
Trying to convert the 2, 4, 5, 8. And he does.
And he did it extremely well.
As I mentioned, only 3 players have come from the 5th spot this year. Martin, Durbin, and Albee, and now Devincent is trying to climb the mountain here. Tom Baker from Buffalo, New York, 5'8", 120 pounds. 10 pins standing for him. It's his 3rd appearance, as we mentioned at the top of the show, in the championship round. 3 weeks ago in the Budweiser Open at Taylor, Michigan, he was the top-seeded player. He lost to Pete Weber. Beautiful wife, Lisa. We've seen a lot of her, and she really gets into it.
She does, and I think the girls, again, I think the girls have more tension on them, more pressure than the bowlers do.
Last week in the Brunswick Memorial World Open, Tom finished 2nd again. He lost to Mike Albee in the title match. His last PBA title came in '82 in Paris, France. And there's the prize money today. Baker with career earnings of over $470,000. A strike for Tom Baker.
And that's the kind of break you have to get, Jay, especially early in the match when he's trying to get his bearings, you might say, out there, get loose. He's got to get those kind of breaks to get him, keep him in the match, because you know how hot Storm's been. And here we go with Storm Devincent, 2nd frame. Oh my!
And the 8 pin is there for Devincent.
The exact same reaction for the pins that Guppy Troop had in a crucial situation in his match against Storm Devincent. Now you see Storm getting that same thing. See the pins go up and over the top of the 8 pin? The ball is just finishing so hard, it just throws those 3-pound, 7-ounce pins straight up in the air. You see the reaction of the wind.
Devincent came out on tour in '81, and in 6 tournaments, he earned $6,860. He has been basically a part-timer through his career. For 5 years now, a PBA member. Baker had a high 3-game series of 773 here this week. A strike for Devincent in the 3rd. Baker up by 1. Baker's high game was 279. On the TV pair, he averaged 215. A 223.2 average this week. He's 16th on the current money list for 1985 with better than $59,000.
Classic style.
And a big problem early for Baker.
Same kind of problem he had against Mike Albee last week in the championship match. A couple of balls short, the ball breaks sharp. Watch the ball go through the middle of the head pin, the 4-6-7. He'll go for the 4-7, throw it a little harder, hopefully get him to bounce out of the pit area.
Baker is open in the 3rd. Devincent is up by 11. I think probably many of you have heard Earl and I talk about a tough problem for Tom Baker as we look at Devincent right there. Baker's got a very bad wrist problem. They've suggested to him that he have his wrist re-broken. It was broken once before and reset again. He's going to do that sometime, but maybe if he keeps doing that, he'll do it pretty soon.
This is the problem the leader has a lot, and that's why the leader loses a lot on television. The lanes he practices before the telecast, that's an hour and 10 minutes ago, the last time he got to practice on this pair, you might say. And when the lanes change, which they will do through all the play, the ball starts to break down or go more through the middle of the head pin and doesn't quite make the adjustment. Many times that's the cause for the leader to lose. He has to make those adjustments.
4-6-7 in the 3rd and in the 4th. Here's a man who's going to pass out the money. Tom Tramsky, the Ohio Division Manager of Anheuser-Busch. We've had a great relationship, the PBA Tour and NBC, of course, with the wonderful folks from Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, and all over. Storm Devincent continuing on his merry way.
What a big shot there. That's a 32-pin lead in the 4th frame and a chance to make it 42 with another strike here in the 5th. Now that's applying pressure to the leader right there. Watch the reaction. He knows he rolled it well.
Very intense, and he's beginning to realize that he's got a shot at that big prize. And you mentioned Earl, at times in his career he has not reacted well to the pressure. You certainly can't say that up to this point today. A little high.
The kind of mistake that'll bring Tom Baker right back into the match. If he doesn't convert the spare, it's the baby split to 310. Fit the ball between the 2 pins. If he misses it, Tom Baker's right back in the match. Remember, it's only the 5th frame. We have a lot of frames to bowl.
Uh-oh.
And the open.
And that gets, as you said, Baker right back into business. Devincent is open.
Watch the ball. It slides by the 3-pin, takes the 10, almost fit it between them without getting either one of them. That's how much he's hooking the ball.
Baker is still down by 18 pins. But he comes back with a strike in the 5th.
There's that experience, Jay. Now, we talked earlier about Storm Devincent being very tentative in his first match, finally got it together and pulled away from Milton, build up momentum as he advanced to the championship match. Now, again, he's only once before been in this position. Tom Baker's been there several times, and this is where experience comes into play as the best bowlers in the world come down for the championship. And one mistake can cost you $27,000 in the Firestone Tournament of Champions.
Oh, and another split situation for Baker, his 3rd in the match.
And I'll tell you what, he can't believe that, and neither can I. That ball actually quit. Look at the look on his face. He cannot understand how that happened. The 8-10, and usually that's because the ball isn't rolling well. And that very seldom happens to a player that rolls the ball as well as Tom Baker. Watch the ball deflect. See it bounce to the right. 5-pin go in front of the 8. Bad break for Tom Baker. Great break for Storm Devincent.
Baker is open for the 3rd time in this match. And Devincent is up by 30. Don't forget, coming up a bit later on, we'll be going out to California, the Skins game. A lot of money, a lot of prestige, and a lot of sweaty palms over the next couple of days with the great names, Nicholas, Watson, Palmer, and Fuzzy's. And a strike for Devincent. It's beginning to look like he's going to come all the way from 5th to win it. Here is a look at what Devincent has done today on the stepladder. He defeated Milton, then Monticelli, then Guppy Troop, and here he is in the title match against Baker, and he is in the catbird seat at the moment.
He is, and a chance to add to that 30-pin lead with a strike here in the 7th frame. Same mistake he made on that lane last time. Remember last time he left the 310, did not convert that. Again, he's getting a little tentative, and that again is that lack of experience. Even though he's bowled extremely well today, remember, this is for the championship.
A couple of ladies who are jumping around a little bit on their own.
Now remember, last time he slid it by the 3-pin. He might be overcautious and hook it too early. Be careful. Great cover. Tough spare.
Here are the wives, and you see them rooting, and oh, please. All right. Baker in the 7th. Looking good. Ah, there's the 10.
There's the 10 again. I'll tell you what, if a girl that pretty smiled at you, Jay, you'd do anything she asked to. You'd make those spares.
I certainly hope I wouldn't leave the 10, though. Third time, hopefully, would be the charm for Baker, he thought. Qualifying first here this week, but at the moment, it's Devincent with the lead here in the championship match. Storm Devincent, a 30-pin lead. We talked early about the high scores, and we had a 277 from Devincent here in this championship match. As Earl has mentioned, Baker just hasn't been able to get a hold of the situation. Stays alive.
That was a must strike for Tom. He really has to have all of them the rest of the way. That was the 8th frame. He needs the next 3 at least to put any pressure at all on Storm Devincent. The most that Tom Baker can do is 195. No, 205, excuse me. He can still shoot 205. Storm Devincent going at a 195 pace would then have to get at least a double to stay in the match.
Scrambled him down there, didn't he?
He did. That was a great shot there, and I have to correct my scoring. 105 in the 7th for Tom Baker, a maximum of 195. Storm Devincent going at a 195 pace. That is a tie. That would be exciting.
We'd have a 2-frame roll-off to see who picked up the $27,000. And then, of course, we'll be going to the skins game. Whew, more than $450,000 up for grabs out there the next couple of days. 10-pin is standing.
And you look for different things to happen throughout the match. What's the key shot and things like that, Jay, in a championship match? And that could have been it right there. The 10-pin for Storm Devincent, if he would have struck on this ball, would have given him a 40-pin lead with only 2 frames to play. Now, Tom Baker is still in the match. See the pin go up and around the neck. Great shot.
Just, he says. Oh, and look at his misses.
She almost fell off the chair.
Dad Al, along with Luann Devincent there, and now it is Tom Baker down by 30. Baker in the 9th.
Has to have it.
Does.
You don't do it better than that. Boy, I'll tell you what. Responding to the pressure, both players making great shots. Again, that 10-pin by Storm Devincent in the 9th could be the key to the whole match.
Here's Lisa's reaction, and okay.
Has to have this one.
3 in a row.
All right, now the situation. Tom Baker on 3 in a row with 2 more strikes will have 195. Storm Devincent is going at a 195 pace. He would need the first strike in the 10th and a spare for a tie or a double to win.
There's his cheerleader.
Look at the reaction from Lisa.
And Storm Devincent.
Tom not ready yet.
Been very calm, held it together very well here, trying to come all the way from 5th. Baker trying to win from the top.
Another must shot. They've all been must.
Oh, here's a fellow who hasn't won since the 1982 Grand Prix in Paris. He's been in a position to win.
Now, a difficult spare, and now Tom Baker has already checked the scoreboard. He knows where he stands. He makes this spare. Storm Devincent must have a mark in the 10th frame. Must get at least a spare. He wants that good count. Now it's a 183 game for Tom Baker.
Still have a chance for a tie, Earl.
That's right. We could have a tie, but Anything can happen, and it's one ball for Storm Devincent right now. If he strikes, he's a winner. If he gets 9, a spare, he's a winner. If he gets 9 and misses it, we have a tie.
Most important shot of this young man's bowling career.
It's trouble. Oh, what a break.
He got a big break. He was looking at a split situation.
The worst shot he's made all day, I think, Jay, right there. And you can understand why. As you said, in a crucial situation, he was a little tentative, a little slow with the shot. The ball broke very sharply on the back. Lucky to get the 7-pin. Not an easy spare.
The 3-6-10 for Storm Devincent.
For the championship.
He has missed it.
And we have a winner in Tom Baker.
Tom Baker has won this one when it looked like he wasn't going to get the job done. Baker, 183, Devincent, 181. And I know Baker feels good about getting off the Schneider, so to speak, but it's a very, very tough loss for Devincent.
It is, and I can't believe the reaction of Storm Baker. It's like it was supposed to happen. He looks like he'd almost given up on it. He's even smiling.
Storm Devincent, who looked like he had it, doesn't get it. And we look again, Earl.
See him trying to flatten the shot out, and it slides by, just like he did on the baby split earlier.
There's the reaction. And look at Baker. He had been trying to win for so long, and he gets
the frustration
for the first time since 1982. Back with more from Columbus right after this.
This Bud's for all that you do.
They said this city was through. You said, no way.
Each day the spirit's growing. Your pride is really showing. You are the power, the man of the hour. You've really got things going. You make America work, and this Bud's for you. For everything you do, America calls on guys like you. 'Cause you make America work, and this Bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood aged, for that clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers.
You make America work, and this Bud's for you.
This was last year. Jack Nicklaus winning the biggest skin of all. This year, as for the last 2 years, he'll be challenged by Tom Watson. And Nicklaus in the prime for skins for Game 3 as the defending champion. Will once more do battle with Arnold Palmer. And the fourth great competitor, Fuzzy Zeller, all getting ready for the $450,000 skins game. Coming up next.
The PBA Fall Tour has been sponsored by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By your neighborhood True Value hardware store. By Ice Blue Aqua Velva, because there's something about an Ice Blue Aqua Velva man. And by Quaker State. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
All right, we're back here in Columbus, and there is our champion, Tom Baker, with his lovely wife, Lisa, and you finally got off the Schneider, your first victory since Paris.
Yeah, I was a little lucky today to win. Storm by a hell of a game. I thought I was reminiscing about 2 weeks ago when I left in the splits. I says, oh, here we go again. And I came back a little bit, and I'm just fortunate enough to win. I was very lucky today.
Well, Storm did have a great afternoon, and he was a very gracious loser. Tough loss for him. Big win for you. Tom Tromsky is here, of course, from Anheuser-Busch to present that trophy.
Tom, congratulations for winning this tournament. And on behalf of Budweiser, we want to congratulate you, present you with this trophy.
Thank you.
And, of course, as we get an opportunity to present the money right here, do I give this to Lisa or should I give it to you? Huh? Give it to Lisa. All right, we'll do that. Earl Anthony, I know, wants to come in. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You were excited today, weren't you, young lady?
That's always like it.
Earl, I know you want to come in and ask Tom a question. It was a remarkable finish, really. It looked like he wasn't going to get it and did.
I was very surprised, but what I wanted to ask you, Tom, I know that you were having trouble last week with the same kind of a shot, same kind of reaction. The ball was going early on you. Do you feel like you might have got soft with the shot?
No, I don't think I did today. I think I learned a little bit last week. I thought, I don't think I got soft at all. What I did do, I wasn't lined up to the pier. I thought when I started, what happened was I was looking in the board, I still looked out the board, and that's what I did near the end, and it was much better.
Thanks, Tom.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
This has been a presentation of NBC Sports, the leader in innovative sports television.